And this afternoon, the investigation into the attempted assassination of former President Trump continues. CNN is reporting that the Secret Service did not sweep the building where the shooter was perched, and instead, local law enforcement was used to secure that location. Meanwhile, Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs offered her first comments on the shooting earlier today.
You know, I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to say that it is horrific what happened. I am glad the former president is okay. I'm deeply saddened that others were seriously injured and killed. And it has to stop. This political violence has no place in our discourse. We have to come together and we have to stop inflaming this kind of rhetoric, using this kind of rhetoric. People have to not look to violence to solve their political disagreements.
So right now, 12 News political journalist Bram Resnick is joining us to break all of this down. Bram, I want to first get your reaction to Trump's VP pick.
J.D. Vance is an interesting choice, and to whatever extent a VP nominee helps or hurts a presidential campaign, here are four thoughts. Ohio Senator J.D. Vance is a Midwesterner. He wrote the best-selling book Hillbilly Elegy about his economically decimated hometown. That story could resonate in states like Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Those also happen to be must-win states for President Joe Biden, the so-called blue wall for Democrats. Also, Vance adds youth to the ticket. He is half Donald Trump's age, 39 years old to Trump's 78. But J.D. Vance was a recent convert to Trumpism. Voters will hear a long playlist from Democrats of Vance sound bites ripping Trump, including, believe it or not, a Hitler comparison. And on the issues, Vance has said if he had been vice president in 2020, he would not have certified Trump's defeat. Vance is also a hardline abortion opponent in a year when abortion rights are on the ballot in several states.
I want to get back to what happened over the weekend, the attempted assassination of former President Trump. You know, there's been a lot of talk on both sides. And do you think something like this, and of course, President Biden condemning that violence, as you heard from a number of politicians as well, does something like that, an incident like that, does it unite us, or do you think it is more divisive, considering the political tumultuous climate that we're in right now?
Well, the country hasn't experienced an incident like this, thankfully, since Ronald Reagan 40 years ago or so. I really, really hope to be proved wrong about what I'm going to say, but I do not believe this attempted assassination will bring the country together. All I'll say is listen closely to the tone of the convention speeches and then to Donald Trump's speech when he accepts the Republican nomination Thursday night. There will be the excitement in that place will probably blow the roof off. Now, there's word that Trump will try to unite Americans. We have yet to see him do that in a decade on the political stage. I'm not sure it'll happen this time. I hope I am wrong.
Right. You know, this is going to be a week-long sprint, if you will, starting today all the way through Thursday with the RNC. Give us a kind of behind-the-scenes look at what will happen and what people can look forward to happening this week.
Well, U.S. Senate candidate Kari Lake will be speaking to the convention crowd on Tuesday. We don't have the exact time yet. Vice President traditionally accepts his nomination on Wednesday. Donald Trump will accept his nomination on Thursday. In between, convention delegates do all kinds of things. They take tours. I've lived in Milwaukee. It's a great place to take a tour. They're also hearing from members of Congress, interest groups, and being trained on how elections are run. That's a big deal with an election coming up in the fall.
And you're going to be on coming up in a couple of minutes for 12 News at 5. What do you have?
We have a sneak peek of Lester Holt's interview with President Biden today. The full interview airs at 6.
Yeah, it should be very interesting to see, especially in light of what happened over the weekend.
Sure will.
All right, Bram, looking forward to that. Thank you so much.